Okay, so just back on trail after a unscheduled stop into Gatlinburg last night. We came up into Newfoundland Gap, which is kind of like a big tourist spot with an overlook where you can see a few states from one spot, and officially got into Tennessee, I think, for the first time. I think we're definitely in Tennessee. But yeah, we did about just 2 miles short of our planned mileage, and we were right there, and we were like just called and got a room and hitched into town. Got a hitch within like 5 minutes from this really nice older couple, and had an amazing dinner. Went to a brewery last night, saw some live music, and then had a massive breakfast, and then got back on trail this morning feeling good. Another beautiful day in the Smokies. So had one day that was super terrible, and other than that, it's been absolutely nice. And the trail's been really easy, like ever since Klingman's Dome, so hopefully that keeps up for a while. So be hiking in the Smokies today, and then all day tomorrow, and then tomorrow night we do one more wake up, and I think we'll just have a few miles and we'll be out of the Smokies. So made pretty good time through them, I think, at this point, if it holds up. So that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, feeling good. Alright, so I'm here at Standing Bear Hostel. We didn't stay here. We crushed like a 23-mile day yesterday. Stealth camped about 2 miles south of here. Woke up hiking, did a small resupply just to get us to the next town, Hot Springs, which is like 2 sleeps and a quick wake up. And came in here, had a couple breakfast beers. Really cool place. Would have been a good place to stay, but the mileage didn't work out. We can keep moving. We don't need a break right now. So we're probably 0 in Hot Springs in a couple days here. But really neat place. They had a bunkhouse, cabins, general store, good resupply, fire pit. Seems like a really eclectic spot. So nifty little spot. Yeah, so at the tail end of my day here, 2 days ago was awesome. I mean, we made a 23-mile day. That was my first day above 20 miles. That's pretty notable milestone for a long distance hiker. Your first 20 plus day. And then yesterday was a gorgeous day, but it was so hard. Only did like just under 15 miles, hiked all day, and it was just crazy elevation gain, one after another after another. And then last night, not a whole lot of sleep, because a pretty wicked thunderstorm rolled through. The wind was so loud, trees were creaking and cracking all around us. So, stayed awake most of the night, concerned about a dead tree falling over on my tent or something. Wind pulled the stakes clean out of the ground on my tent once or twice, but I managed to get it resolved without having to exit my tent and get wet, so I stayed dry, which is better than I can say for a lot of people that I camped with. So nonetheless, really decided to push it today, and at the tail end of another 20-mile day coming down into Hot Springs, North Carolina. So had service a bit ago and tried to call and get accommodations, and it's all booked up. So just gonna end up probably stealth camping along the river somewhere, and then zeroing tomorrow for sure, and then having a room tomorrow night and get cleaned up and everything. So looking forward to that. It's like 4 o'clock. I'm like 18 and a half miles into the day, so should be off trail here shortly, and find some real food. So that's as hikers, that's what we look forward to. It's one trail town meal to the next. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so yesterday wasn't a great day as far as making mileage. Got up in the morning and it had rained all night. I was dry in my tent, but it was supposed to just rain all day yesterday, which is fine. Hiked all day in the rain before it'll happen again. But last night it was going to be like under 20 degrees, so wet all day, and then a night like that just sounded nasty. So basically we hiked like 5 miles to get into this hostel and just chilled all day. So kind of disappointing to have to take a short mileage day like that just the day after having a zero in Hot Springs, but better than freezing to death. So it's cold out this morning, but it's clear, not supposed to precipitate at all. I think the low's like in the low 30s tonight, so no big deal. And gonna try to make up for yesterday with a big mileage day today. See how she goes. So yeah, we got a really nice day today. Big change from yesterday. Yesterday was pretty awful. It was my first like back-to-back 20-mile day. So that was all right, but it was just like sleet and rain and snow all day in springtime in the south for whatever reason. And a lot of elevation change, which was just so hard because everything was so muddy and slippery. It's like take a step forward, slide half a step back. And then the downhills were almost even harder because you had to just take your time so much and calculate every step that it was just exhausting. It was really tough, but a lot better today, so that's wonderful. Got up this morning and within 2 miles was crossing a road and heard a friendly voice yell, "Hey hiker," and looked over and there was a couple there that had thru-hiked last year, had hella trail magic set up. So they were actually browning down hot dogs in a skillet on a propane stove. Had me one of those, and I had a local craft IPA that was quite delicious. It was like 9 in the morning, but I've been on trail about a month, so like on trail, beer is not beer, it's calories and carbs. More importantly, calories and carbs that you don't have to pack in or out. So it's very nice. Almost down into Erwin, Tennessee, which is about 13 miles from where I started this morning. Don't think I'm gonna stay here tonight. It's only like 2:15 and I'm almost down there. Do need to do a short resupply to get to the next town and maybe grab some food. But I don't think I'm gonna mess around with staying or shower, laundry, or anything. It's good weather today. It's supposed to be good weather for the next few days, so probably just hop back on trail. Even if you can only get another mile or 2 in, you know, up out of town and just stealth camp somewhere. So that's the plan for now. But yeah, so that's where we're at with it, and it's amazing how much difference weather can make and how tough the trail is and whatnot. So, but it's great today. It's supposed to be great tomorrow. 2 days in a row. That's about the best I've done so far. So hopefully I can string a few together. Alright, so hiked out of Erwin yesterday. Didn't stay at the hostel or anything, just ended up camping out under a bridge. Actually hung my bear bag off of the bridge because there wasn't like a good spot to hang it from a tree, so it seemed easy, and it worked. But yeah, been a beautiful day today. Not doing a big mileage day, just kind of enjoying the sun and not working too hard, and caught up with some people that we hadn't seen in a few days, so we're just gonna get to camp early, make a fire, play some cards, get our euchre on and whatnot up here on top of something called a bald called Beauty Spot. I feel like they kind of phoned it in on the name, but from what I can tell, they ain't wrong. So it is just pretty darn gorgeous in every direction up here. So great day. Another great day today. It's like the 4th one in a row, which I think might be a record. Climbed Rowan Mountain this morning, which was about a 3,000 foot climb in the first half of my day, but I was up there by like 11:30. And gonna be a much easier day the rest of the day. Coming up on a section of the Rowan Highlands where it's like 3 different grassy balds all near the the 6,000 foot mark with just great open views, and really looking forward to it. And I just coming down off Rowan a minute ago, I bumped into a older couple hiking south, and their local is just out for a day hike, and she immediately was like, "Oh, you're definitely a thru hiker. Got something for you." And I stopped and they opened a backpack and they had all these snack bags made up and gave me one. A little bit of trail magic. Looked like there's like an orange, a hard-boiled egg, Slim Jims, some Snickers bars, yeah, a few other peanut butter crackers. So I'm pretty more excited about that than I normally would be, I guess. But been out here for a month, so it's always good to see stuff like that. And I'm just looking forward to getting up on one of these balds, coming up with a view, and kick back and eat every last bit of that. So yeah, so.
Sit, Soze, sit. Good boy.